Hey guys, it's Amy with Homestead Stitches. Happy 2026. Here I am, finally recording. My daughters and a few of my friends have asked, when are you going to start that channel you talked about? When are you going to start that channel? And I said I was going to do it in 2025. Um, so all of that time went, and then here we are, 2026. So better late than never. It's better to start, right? You got to start somewhere. So here I am. So I just put up my little stand in my cozy little nook area, and here we are. So I just kind of wanted to show you guys, talk to you guys about how I started crocheting, and then show you, progression and all of that. Um, So my mom taught me how to crochet when I was 11, and she did more of like granny squares and, blankets and not even hats, scarves. And so anyway, so she taught me, and so I was making like hats. I remember when I first got married, I crocheted hats, and then I remember that paid for Christmas. So it was amazing. So anyways, and then fast forward, I had my daughters. I wish I had kept my first crochet square because, right, our first piece never looks that great, but we're so excited about it. And so, so if you're just now starting, keep that piece. That way you can look back and see how far you've come. It's amazing. I mean, even from like piece to piece, or like a week's time, a month's time, like it's amazing. So anyways, I didn't keep that piece. I'm sure my mom probably has it in like one of her bins stored somewhere, but I did not keep that. So whenever I fast forward years later, and I had my first daughter, I crocheted her a unicorn. She wanted a unicorn, and she was probably, I don't know, 3, and she wanted a unicorn, and it was, I used acrylic yarn, and that's because that's what you did then. And so it was very, very loved. She took that thing everywhere. She could not sleep without it. So I'm going to show you guys, because I made sure that I brought it out just for this video. She's older now, and it goes in our keepsake bin. But anyways, so here is our very loved Uni is what she named her. So let's see. So there were some, oh, actually that one the dog chewed off. So clearly not baby safe. So don't come for me in the comments. Yeah, but okay, so this one still has its eye. And then, yeah, and then I guess I put some eyelashes on her. Oh, it looks like my daughter braided one of her little her hair pieces. But how funny is this? Can you tell how loved it is? Also, look at those stitches. You guys know I needed to size way down in my hook, but how funny. I love that I have this because it's just so fun to to look back at it. Now, it did look better when I made it, but she's just, she's just super, super loved. And then, of course, later I had to make one for my other daughter, and she was loved as well, but this time I did pink. But again, like, what's up with that neck? Yeah. Let's see. Okay, again, she had eyes. Clearly not safe for babies, but I'm assuming that maybe they came out, or maybe the dog ate it. I don't know. So, but yeah, so same deal, acrylic yarn, and look, you can see through it. Just so funny. This was so long ago, so long ago. So we keep these in the keepsake box because it's just a fun time to look back and remember, first of all, their age and how, like, my daughter would literally carry around by her neck. So it's fun to look back and remember that. So, anyways, okay. So lately, okay, oh, let me tell you this first. I have a friend, a very, very sweet friend of mine, and her mom had a fall recently, and so she's using a walker, and so she said that her mom needed a, like a carrying bag, like a necklace for her purse, you know, some kind of purse for her. Oops. So I made her, this is with Posh. So I made her just a little bag. She can put it kind of crossbody if she wants. But she also has to have her chapstick. Can I get an amen? Like, who doesn't need chapstick? So she'll be able to put her phone in, and then there's a little pouch here for her bag. And I just freehanded this. I didn't like follow a pattern or anything. But yeah, so I think I'm going to make a couple for her. The next one will probably be like a cute granny square or I don't know, flower or something on there. But this was just the first one that I made for her. So I'm going to bring that to her tomorrow. Love her. And then I wanted to show you what I've been working on. And then also, so it's January. So I'm trying to, Christmas markets are out of the way. And so I'm trying to restock everything that sold during that busy season, because from Christmas time to New Year's, it was like actually 2 weeks before Christmas, and then all through New Year, I just took time off and hung out with my family, and then now here we are, back to the grind, guys. So look how cute she is. How many of you thought that Bluey was a boy? My girls are too old for Bluey and Bingo, although we have grown adults. I think it's a very cute show. I have grown adult friends who like watching the show. So anyways, but how cute are they? Blue heelers. How cute are these blue heelers? So this is a Madeline Mayco, which she just rebranded and changed her name to Todd and James. So now she uses I think she uses a 3.5 hook, and I use a 6.5 on these guys, and I use blanket yarn because I want them to be bigger. I don't want them to be as small. So, and I love how they can just sit on my table and they're just dangling. They're just so cute. These are probably my favorite. Easy make as well. I don't do the eyebrows. I have tried to do the eyebrows, and every time I do the eyebrows, I feel like it doesn't look right. So I'm trying to think. So yeah, you make the feet, the hand, you make the arms, and then you make the feet, and then those are crocheted into it. So is the tail. So really the only thing you're sewing on is the muzzle, and then the ears, and then this strip if you choose to do this strip. And my smaller ones, I don't do the strip, but super easy. And then she does crocheted eyes. I cannot get my crocheted eyes to look right. It's not cute. They're not cute to me. Other people can do it and it looks cute, but it does not look good to me. So I just do felt. I cut on my Cricut the felt, and then this is the iron-on vinyl, and but yeah, so I only made 2 of these. I need to make some more of these. And I haven't had this size at my markets. I usually have like the big ones and then the small ones that I'm going to show you guys. But these are, I wish I should have measured to see how big these actually are. But guys, I'm obsessed. So, and then let me get my whip bin over here. Actually, I'm just going to bring my whole side table that has my whip bin connected to it. Okay, so These are the smaller ones that I make, and I sell these for $12. Obviously, it's a whip, so they're not done. So let me see. I wrote the pattern. It is, can you get, I'm all squinting because I don't have my glasses on. Rainbow Door Shop is the writer on these, the pattern designer. I changed them up a little bit because I want them to be even smaller. Just because not everybody, well, I want them to be market makes, so like fast market makes, and I want people to be able to afford them because, you know, obviously the more time and the bigger they are, the more you're going to charge because it costs more yarn, costs more in yarn. So I have worked on so many of these blue healers. I haven't even counted. Let's see. Here's, oh my gosh, guys. Okay, can you tell what is one of my best sellers? So, so I'm also working on the ears. So I batch make these guys. You make the arms first, and then the feet and the tail, and then the feet, and then you crochet it up in the body. So it's so simple. I wish I had one completely done to show you guys, but I do not. But I batch make these guys. I make a bunch of the hands, and then, like I said, a bunch of the tails, a bunch of the feet, and then the ears. So the ears, obviously, I will sew those on. But this is where I don't make the strip on these. I don't do the spots. Yeah, it's just I think it's a fast make. I want to say, because here's the issue that I'm having is because I batch make, I don't know how long it actually takes me. So maybe that'll be my next thing to do is like figure out how long these take. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. I've been busy with these guys. So anyways, so yeah, I think it's pretty simple. Like I said, I make a bunch and then sew them, and it's just, I do this while I'm watching a show with my husband at night. So now, and then I started working on the ears this morning, so I'm gonna get those done this week and then probably make some more because I like to have a bunch. I like to have a bunch ready, that way when it's time for a show, then you know what I mean, like I usually put like 5 or 6 of them out, and then when those sell, then I can restock. But if they don't all sell, then I have more throughout the year. Plus I sell at a store, so I try to keep those stocked up as well. My goal is to do better at that, but that doesn't always work out. I have great intentions, but so, and then because everybody's talking about frogs lately, I just wanted to show you guys my favorite frog. Are you guys ready? I don't know if you guys can handle this. I don't know if you can handle the cuteness. And his hat comes off. Is he not the cutest, grouchy old frog? Oh, I just cannot. And then of course I had to add the buttons here. But do you see his little hands too? How fun is he? So he is by Unraveled and Unwound. And you know, I made this one a while back. And I've sold my others, but I keep him around. And he's like I said, he's so fun. He makes me so happy. So I think it took me a little while to figure out the hands, but then once you do, it's not a big deal. So I need to make some more of those. I want to make the girl version. Don't you think he needs a girlfriend? Like, and so I have this cute little bench. That I put him on my, you know, he's sitting at when I go to my markets, and I feel like if he had a little wife, it would be so cute, like grandma and grandpa growing old together. I just think that would be so cute. So Anyways, and then I need to work on my snuggler game because that, I don't have that many left. So I got this for one of my elf gifts. My crochet, or yeah, my kind of like Secret Santa, but my secret elf gift. Mama made minis, knotted loveys. And so I've just been kind of going through here and seeing like, I want to make so many of these. Like there's a lamb in here that I want. I have them all. I have like a bunch of them bookmarked with yarn. I want to make, how funny. I want to, well, I don't want to like, actually give her pattern away, but the unicorn. So what's so funny is I have that marked because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make a unicorn and then I'm gonna put it next to this guy. This loved gal. But I have to do it. I have to do it. So I have this one marked. So I worked on the first one that I worked on, and now the eyes, I do not have the eyes embroidered yet, but the first one I made was the monkey. Long tail. And then I am gonna embroider the eyes just so it's, you know, baby safe, because we all know that clearly this was not. So, but how cute. Okay, so I worked on that. And then the other snuggler, the other fun make that I did was the giraffe. Now again, eyes are not, I have not embroidered the eyes, but how cute. Oh, I'm going to put some like fur on the tail, but I love it. It's so soft. This one is BK Crochet. So she has so many cute patterns. So I'm gonna make a bunch more of hers, but that is what I have today. I just wanted to show you guys that. And so the rest of the week I'm gonna work on, I don't know how you guys are, but I cannot make the same thing over and over and over and over. I said for the entire month of January I was just gonna work on these guys. I don't know how people do it. Like, it is exhausting and I get bored. And if I get bored, then it is like, I'm done. I'm out. I'm outer. So anyways, so I'm going to work on some fun things in between. And we all know that when Black Friday hit, we all bought those patterns. How many patterns did you guys buy? I'm embarrassed to look on my phone. Not embarrassed, because I always want to support other artists, but I'm embarrassed to say how many patterns I have that I haven't even gotten to. So my first show of the year isn't until April, so I have some time to build up my inventory. I say that, watch me end up picking one up in March. But anyways, we'll see if this was a lie or not. I'll come back to this video. So I'm gonna like have some time to work on these crochet patterns. So I'm super excited to do something different and fun. I can't even think of one right now off the top of my head that I want to do right now. So you guys are gonna have to wait until the next video. I'll record and let you guys know. I'm also working on my own pattern. Just a cow. I say just a cow, like a cow's not a big thing, but I'm working on a smaller, I've already worked it up. I just want it to be smaller. I want it to be a market, a good market make. So I'm looking over here because I'm looking at the cow that I did and I'm like, I wish it was smaller. So I just got to work the kinks out in that. And then of course I'll eventually have a tester call on that. So yeah, so so I'll have a tester call on that. But I am super curious how some of you have full-time jobs. I hear my dog. So some of you have full-time jobs, and then you're a parent full-time, or a parent, and then you pop out these crochet things. Like, I'm always so shocked. How do you guys do it? Is there a schedule that you follow, or do you say, like, from this time to this time I'm going to crochet? Because I've been doing this for years, and I am a stay-at-home mom, but I homeschool my girls, and I run a few other businesses as well, small businesses as well, other than this. But it's just exhausting. So, but I love it, and I wouldn't have it any other way. It's so great to be able to stay home and teach your children, and my 9-year-old, she crochets as well. I've taught her how to crochet. She's still in the very beginning stage of it. Like, she can crochet mini chickens, and she can do what was the other? Oh, she crocheted some really cute bow keychains. I'll show you guys on the next clip as well if I can remember. I'll have to, yeah, it's so sweet. I love that she can do that with me. My oldest is not interested in crocheting at all. She looks at it and she's like, no. And then one day my husband said, because he saw that I was a little overwhelmed because it was like crazy busy season. And so he's like, how can I help you? And so he's like, babe, you should teach me how to crochet, and I'll help you. It was very, very sweet of him. But he was like, oh no, I can't do this. He had like his chain going, and he's like, you do what? And then I tell him, like, wrap it and then pull through. And he's like, it won't wrap. So it was so cute. So anyways, I'll have to have my daughter. Yeah, I'll bring her stuff on and show you guys. But anyways, that is enough for today. I will get all of my things together, and then I'll show you guys what I'm working on in the next clip. Bye, guys.